want to talk about Joe Manchin's statement that was made. There was a statement that was released. It was put out there. It was put into the ether, not to be confused with Ethereum, the cryptocurrency, which I may or may not have multiple of, or maybe fractions of, depending on, I don't know. I might sell my Ethereum between the recording of this video and the posting of this video, or I might buy more. So I don't know how many Ethereum I have, but what I do know is that Joe Manchin released a statement into the ether, and so we're going to read this. Now again, this came out yesterday, which is today for me, so we'll see what happens tomorrow morning, or today morning, right now, as I'm in the courtroom with my cell phone at home, because they don't let you bring cell phones into court. I don't know what's going to be happening, so definitely keep me updated. Post in the chat if something is new. Like, if you know that there's a new update, post it in the chat so that this is some outdated nonsense. But either way, let's get into it. So I want to read this. Every member of Congress has a solemn duty to vote for what they believe is best for the country and the American people, not their party. That's crazy. All right. Respectfully, as I have said for months, I can't support $3.5 trillion more in spending when we already have spent $5.4 trillion since last March. Now, first of all, that is not true. Joe Manchin has said nothing about that for the last few months. In fact, Bernie Sanders and the House left, again, the House left, just throwing that out there, said initially $6 trillion, and the quote unquote moderates said, all right, $1 trillion or something, and then they met in the middle with 3.5. That was what Joe Biden endorsed, President Joe Biden, not to be confused with President Joe Manchin. And Joe Manchin has not personally said anything about what number he wants. So this guy's a dumb motherfucker, and y'all need to understand that. At some point, all of us, regardless of party, must ask the simple question, how much is enough? Actually, there is no such thing as enough, because money is fake. It was made by humans. And it's fake. It's made up. It's numbers in a computer, and it goes burr. It doesn't mean anything. We have more than enough resources on this planet to sustain all humans. But it's really just a matter of distributing resources, right? So, and also in the form of resources, resources are resources. Money, the U.S. currency, trillions, it doesn't matter. It's all fake, right? The amount of $1, like if you look back 30 years from now, you could spend $1 and you'd get a lot more than you could right now. We deal with inflation all the time. There's going to be a supply crisis pretty soon here. And so, it's one of those things where you can just give people money now. You can set things up now, and then that will pay dividends later because money is fake. And so, but that's a whole subject for another time. But either way, we need to discuss what the hell's going on here. Fixing bridges. Would you rather have 80 people die in a bridge collapse or fix the motherfucking bridge? Ask Joe Manchin that question. Would you rather have 40 people die in flooding, surprise flooding from a hurricane? Or would you rather, hurricane proof as much as you can and prevent deaths in the future? Ask Joe Manchin. This really it boils down to life and death. If this bill does not get passed, which it won't, this statement leads me to believe that it won't, but we'll see how today plays out. Is this life and death? People will die if this is not enacted. And I also want to say $3.5 trillion, not enough. And this is over 10 years, by the way. Over 10 years. We need to do $3.5 trillion every month, as far as I'm concerned. Money is fake, but you know what's not fake? The food crisis. You know what's not fake? Water crisis. You know what's not fake? Lead in our water systems. You know what's not fake? The amount of, just money that's wasted on things like the Pentagon. How much, they just passed $1 billion for the Iron Dome or whatever, but whatever, let's keep going. What I have made clear to the president and the Democratic leaders is that spending trillions more on new and expanded government programs when we can't even pay for essential social programs like Social Security and Medicare is the definition of fiscal insanity. But that's the thing. You can pay for Medicare and Social Security. You just choose not to. It's can versus will. Suggesting that spending trillions more will not have an impact on inflation ignores the everyday reality that American families continue to pay an unavoidable inflation tax. Correct. And you know what would counteract that? Giving them more money. Proposing a historic expansion of social programs while ignoring the fact that we are not in a recession and that millions of jobs remain open will only feed a dysfunction that could... what is this guy talking about? Like, again, 80% of people in this guy's state support the Joe Biden agenda. 80%. This guy is governing for the sake of 20% of the people that voted for him. There's something in my eye. I'm sorry. Motherfucker's a clown. Since the beginning of this reconciliation debate, I've been consistent in my belief that any expansion of social programs must be targeted to those in need. Oh, now he's going to talk about means testing. I don't care. In August, I recommended we take a strategic pause to provide more time to develop the right policies, blah, 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 blah. Throughout September, blah, blah, blah. They just increased the military budget, blah, blah, blah. While I am hopeful that the common ground can be found, it won't be found. Folks, I need y'all to understand this whole thing is a disaster. Until Joe Biden, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and Kamala Harris do something about the filibuster and about Joe Manchin, nothing's going to happen. We're fucked. I'm telling you this right now. The United States of America, at this rate, will not exist in 10 to 20 years. We are fucking ourselves in the ass, and not in the good dick way. I want to be very, very clear about this, as I must be all the time. If we were getting fucked in the ass in the good dick way, I wouldn't mind it. In fact, maybe I'd ask for seconds. But that's not what's happening here. We are getting destroyed. We are getting demolished by people that call themselves senators. They walk around. They go like, oh, yes, I'm the senator. What does that mean? Like, literally, it's like when you're playing Minecraft, you know, and someone just decides, all right, I'm the mayor of our city. What? No, you're not. It's a video game. You're nothing. That's really what the Senate is. The Senate is stupid. Why does the Senate exist? Okay, think about it. Right? Most of the senators that exist get voted by like fucking 25% of the country exists, or votes for the majority of the senators. Wyoming has 2 senators. California has 2 senators. Rhode Island has 2 senators. North Dakota has 2 senators. Maine has 2 senators. Virginia has 2 senators. Like, what? Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. Not to mention gerrymandering and not to mention all the other shit. I don't like this whole country is just it's in the shitter, folks. I mean, it's going downhill. But either way, we'll see what happens. It should be entertaining. I'm entertained at this point. I'm going to be honest. I'm sitting back. I got the popcorn and I'm entertained. So we'll see how it goes. But all my homies, they hate Joe Manchin. I don't know what to tell you.